Hey guys, Ultra here. Here goes part 2 of the Oldsmobile 455 rebuild. Check it out. Try this one. There we go. There we go. There. Now, I think this thing should just. I have some dowels sitting on dowels. So I should be able to just work it off here. Get a screwdriver in there. There we go. One side anyway. Oh, there we go. There it is. All right, let's set that right down there. There. Whoa, whoa, dropping everything. All right, there we go. See how sloppy it is. Look at that. She's got a little slop in her. You know, and that side's tight, but still, look at that. Yeah, that's why we're going to a gear. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of oil splashing around in here, which is why I'm changing the oil pump. Yeah, so let's start taking it apart. Get that cam out of it. All right, we gotta get the fuel pump off. It's 2 bolts. 2 here. There's one. Oops. Lost that forever. Shoot. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I see it. Magnets. You gotta love them. There it is. Okay, now what? Looks like this oil slinger just pulls off. It's keyed. So that's good. And where's our marks? There's one. I want to bring it around the top dead center so I can just leave it there when I put the other timing set on. All right, let's go ahead and get these rocker arms off. Gotta be careful it don't fall. take all the way out. Brake boosters in the way. Get these spark plugs out so its motor spins over easier. A little oil. That one's a little cleaner. There's a little oil on that one too. That one looks pretty good. Yeah, that one's got a lot of oil and junk on it. That one's not too bad. That one's kind of got a little built up, looks a little wet. This last one I had to use a crescent wrench. I got it on the end of the socket. There's just not a lot of room. But other than that, they're pretty easy to get out. This one doesn't look like it was even firing. So I gotta check into that. I didn't run it very much. I put a different plug wire on there because I know it wasn't firing before. So, and I checked it and it was firing. But I didn't put many miles on it, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. So now I'm able to spin the motor over with these, because the plugs are all out. And I can line up these holes. There's a mark on both sprockets to let you know where top dead center is. Or you can just spin it and put your finger over the hole. Well, I'll let you know too. The impact on this cam bolt. Just like that. It's got a little tab on there. It's an eccentric for the fuel pump. Destroyed no matter what. I have to buy another one, so it doesn't have to be too nice. I don't think I'm going to use it anyway. Use one anyway, I should say. So, it doesn't look too bad in there. Doesn't look too terrible in there. I really thought I was going to find a lot of carbon buildup. I mean, not carbon buildup, but chunks. So, not too bad. Oh yeah, it's moving now. Kinda. at it. Yeah, it's moving now. So, just keep messing with it until it pops off. Oh, there we go. Now it's almost off. There it is. There. There we got the old timing chain off. And if you can see, a lot of problems people had with these old GM timing gears is it's nylon. And this one doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of wear, but it's not chipped. A lot of them, you'll see the really old ones with a lot of miles, will be busted. And this nylon goes to the bottom of your pan. I expected to see a lot worse than this. But yeah, that's that. I put the gear back on with the cam bolt because I'm going to use that for leverage when I pull the cam out. Also, it's easier to spin the cam itself, and I can get some of the lifters out of the bore and try to pull them out. None of these lifters are going to be saved, so I don't have to be nice to them. Just going to spin this until I can get them up as much as I can and try to maybe get a pliers in there and pull them out if I can't. A lot of times they get mushroomed and you can't get them out. You got to go through the bottom. It's just going to be a problem if that's the case, but I'm going to try because you don't want to. Yeah, these things are going to be tough, I think. What sucks is when they mushroom, when you pull them out through the top, they have a tendency to scratch up the bore of the lifter. Which isn't good. Yeah, these are going to be tough. I can already feel it. So I'm going to try and mess with it a little bit. Get a vice grip on it maybe. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling them up with a vice grip until they stay. And I'm going to do that on all of them so I can get the camshaft out. And then I'm probably going to have to push them through the bottom to get them out because they're kind of mushroomed is what it is. They won't slide through the bore without destroying the bore. Okay, so now I'm able to spin the camshaft without any of them moving, so hopefully I can just pull the camshaft right out. We'll see. Well, that's not the case. Bummer. It's hitting on one of them or something. Shoot, I gotta figure out how to get these out So I'm gonna probably have to work them with a vice grip to get them out of the hole a little bit more, because this, it's stuck. It's not coming out. It's hitting one of the lifters, or all of them. I don't know. I'll take this. There's a Valley pan, something running along the middle of it. I'll take that out, see if I can get a better look. Well, I got more access to the lifters anyway. Maybe I can pry them up. This must just keep the oil splashed around on the lifters. So you can take a look here. See, I can kind of see the lifters on the side there and try to pry them up. Maybe we'll pry them up a little bit. Hopefully it's just enough. Keep it, get the cam out. Oh, there we go. Haven't moved a lot. There we go. There we go. Now they're popping up. Oh yeah, look at that. Stuck these are going to be after this, but at least I can get them out of the way for now. So I got them all popped up. Now let's see if I can pull the camshaft out. Oh, there we go. Nice. Got her. That's awesome. Very cool. As you can see, the lobes aren't in that great a shape. It looks like some of them are flattened, which makes sense because it ran like garbage. Like this one. That does not look good. That looks rounded bad compared to that one. This one looks like it's flat. This one looks pretty sharp. But this one's gone. I'm gonna bust out a caliper and measure them just out of curiosity. All right, I just checked all these lobes. And for the most part, they're at about 1 inch 687. And I checked all of them. And I only found a few. One that was the worst one I saw was 1 inch 675, which is only about 10 thou. And I saw a couple more that were like 680. to like 5 thou off. So there was definitely some wear, but it wasn't real bad. Not as bad as I thought that it looked. Because, I mean, I expected it to be a lot worse than that. I mean, some of these are just rounded. They look bad, but they don't measure bad. So, yeah, it's only about 10 thou off on one of them. That was the worst one. All right, I'm gonna try this. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, I'm gonna be fishing them out of the engine. Here. Well, I got it loose. I gotta be able to catch these things before they fall all the way into the motor. That's the hard part. Oh, this magnet is not very strong. There we go. Look at that. It's like playing Operation. This. There we go. There we go. Which is good, because I don't want to change them. Look what I found in the lifter valley. I wonder how long that's been in there. It's pretty rusty. Have to vacuum all this crap out of here later. Let's take off these cross member bolts. See what I'm doing. There we go. This is not easy to do one-handed. Here we go. Almost got her. Just gotta keep on jacking it up. Still sitting on the pan. There. Oil filter off. We're getting her slowly. Just keeps puking. Trying to catch it all in the pans. Got her out. Safe and sound. What a mess. Just dumped everything everywhere. Tried to catch most of it. But, and now we can move on to taking the transmission off, putting it on a stand, and then taking care of everything. It'll be a lot easier to move around and work on. All right, this is the motor mount that was in my way. I couldn't get the oil pan off. So, let's see if we can get it off. Covers that way. Alright, this is the last bolt of the oil pan, and I couldn't get off because the motor mount was in the way. Finally. Unreal. Ooh. Of course. A little oil. Oh man. What a pain just for one bolt. All that stuff had to come out. Alright, first look inside of this boat anchor. There's a little play side to side on a couple of these. But I'll have to flip it over to really tell if anything's really sloppy loose. See what else is in that pan. It's a little scratched. Doesn't look great. Oh, that's because the bearing's on here. Yeah, they look pretty bad. I think I'm gonna change them. They look pretty bad. Pretty chunky. Doesn't look too bad. I can't get my fingernail on there. But the bearing didn't look that great, so I think I'll change that. Alright guys, thanks for watching part 2 of the Oldsmobile 455 rebuild. Stay tuned to part 3. Later.